Hey there, it's Poul Mark from Transcend Coffee. I want to wish you first off a very happy new year. Hope you all had a great holiday. We, Transcend, had just a crazy month of December. It was the best month we've ever had, obviously, and we just had a blast selling ridiculous amounts of whole bean coffee. It was a lot of fun. So we trust that you all had a great holiday season as well, and that this year is going to be full of promise and everything that you hope it can be. On that vein, we decided we would talk a little bit today about some of the maybe resolutions for our new year, and we might talk a little bit as well, a little bit about ways that you can improve your coffee experience in this new year. So first, let's focus a little bit on our new year and some of the things that we're looking forward to, that we're excited about, and that we're hoping will transpire and come to fruition for us in this year 2010, a new year and a new decade. One of the big things, obviously, for us, as you may or may not know already, is that we're hoping to open, or not hoping, we are opening a new coffee bar. Actually, it's in a historical building in the middle of Edmonton. It's a landmark building. It's really exciting. It's the Garneau Theatre building, and we've got a prime location right on the corner, and we're really excited about it. And I would encourage you, if you're interested and want to know more about it, to follow our blog. We're going to be doing sort of a weekly update on what's happening over there as we progress towards getting that place up and ready. We're hoping to be open and serving coffee there hopefully by no later than the end of March, but we shall see. So if you're out there listening in Twitter land or in iTunes land, or however you tune into this video podcast, and you're a passionate coffee drinker and happen to be in Edmonton already, or maybe moving to Edmonton and are really wanting to get involved in the coffee industry and want to hone your skills as a barista, drop us a line, because we'll be looking for some new folk to help us with that new project here in the next little while. Something else we're really excited about, obviously, is a new website. We're cranking out a new website, and that's hopefully going to be ready in about a month-ish, and we're really excited about that as well, just because it's going to refine our look, number one, but it's also going to streamline a lot of the things that we do online. And we're so thankful for all of our faithful customers who log in and buy coffee from us, and we're just hoping to make that process that much more easy for you in trying to achieve the process of getting great beans in your home. Coupled to that, we're also doing a brand new packaging launch, hopefully coinciding with the new cafe opening. And so that'll be an exciting thing. We're moving to a 12-ounce bag. And so for all of you out there that are used to buying Transcend Coffee in a 1-pound bag or in a half-pound bag, sorry to upset the apple cart a little bit, but we're moving to a 12-ounce bag or 3/4 of a pound, so that we can streamline our production a little bit. And we're going to be nitrogen flushing everything. It's custom printed. Everything will look really snazzy. We're hoping you'll enjoy the packaging. And so stay tuned and watch for that as well. On a more personal note for me, and for the benefit of hopefully not only Transcend as an operation, but you, the customer, we're always searching and looking for new coffee. And so one of the resolutions that we've made this year is that we're going to find better coffee. And to that end, my plan is to take off to Ethiopia on the 15th of February. And I'm going to be going to participate in the round table. And as well, then afterwards, we're going to be part of a small caravan traipsing around Ethiopia in I think the Yirgacheffe and Sidama region, and looking for some great direct trade coffee. It's a bit of a challenge, obviously, Ethiopia. It's with the exchange and with the transition that's happening in Ethiopia right now, it's a bit of a challenge to sort of know how exactly all the coffee is going to come out of that country, especially if we try to source it direct. But one thing for sure, we will be trying to get to the Amaro Gao mill and visit there as that's one of the coffees that we actually sell and we really enjoy around here. So we'll be on the hunt for some great coffee in Ethiopia, as well as when I get back, if we can coordinate the schedules in terms of all the travel that we have planned for the new year and the opening of the new coffee bar. I'll be heading down to Panama and Costa Rica and El Salvador, and likely Guatemala as well, and go down and visit Finca Vista Hermosa and some of the folk in El Salvador and Panama, and a brief stop in Costa Rica as well to visit Francisco and the crew down there. So we're really excited, I think, about the coffees that we're looking for and that we're scoping, and we've already planned. We've already got some orders in for some of the coffees that we've really loved this past year. And so that's exciting, because now as we grow and as we mature a little bit, we've got better access and more, I think, a more stable marketplace for the coffee so we can order more of it, and the coffee will be around a little bit longer. But more than that, I'm excited about the opportunities that we have this year to find new coffees and to find better coffees. One of the things that struck me as I was roasting over the holidays, everybody else took off and I was left here by myself, woe is me, to roast, and I don't do that very much anymore. And as I was standing, in all honesty, standing over the cooling bin or cooling tray of the roaster after roasting some of the coffees that we actually quite enjoy, I was surprised to see a number of defects in the coffee that I don't get to see on a regular basis just because I'm not the guy standing over the roaster every day. And so that's something I really want to start to focus on and try to move away from is coffee that has any preponderance of any defects in it. We want to get to a place where all of the coffee we bring in, regardless of the origin, regardless of the region, regardless of the country, is virtually defect-free. And we're going to try much harder this year and be much more diligent, much more selective in terms of the coffee that we bring in so that you, the customer, only experience the highest quality possible. We really do want to continue to grow in terms of our quality, and our passion is leading us that way for sure. And I'm excited this year as well about all the new folk coming on board. We've got such an amazing team of people already working here at Transcend, but Troy Archie is returning to us. He's just finished his nursing degree and he's giving that up and coming to work for us full time, and I'm totally excited about that. And we've got so many really wonderful people that have joined us, and we're really excited about all the new people that are coming on in this new year as well. I said I was going to talk a little bit about ways that you can improve your quality of coffee drinking experience this year. Some really basic tips. Water is critically important, obviously, so make sure that you're using great water when it comes to brewing coffee. Don't be using RO water. Just pay attention to the water that you're actually using to make your coffee when you're at home. Grind it fresh. If you don't have a grinder at home, I've said this before in one of the previous podcasts, but if you don't have a grinder at home, or if you're still using the good old blade grinder where you're pulverizing your coffee to death, do yourself a favor and find yourself a burr grinder. It doesn't have to be a Virtuoso Baratza. Just get yourself a burr grinder that will at least do a better job in grinding your coffee and start to grind fresh. If you're not in Edmonton or you're not buying coffee from Transcend already, find a quality, reputable coffee roaster in your town and start to buy fresh. Don't buy 3 pounds at a time and put half of it in the freezer. Buy fresh, and that will definitely improve the quality of the coffee that you're drinking on a daily basis. And then as well, if regardless of how you're making your coffee at home this year, if you want to drink better coffee, make sure that your water gets hot enough. Get yourself a good kettle. We've actually found a really great kettle that we're going to start to sell online. It's the Breville Smart Kettle. It works really well. They're about $150 a pop, so not a cheap kettle, but they work really, really well. But get yourself a good kettle and use hot water. And I think the most important thing for me to tell you this year as you start to drink coffee is pay attention. Pay attention to what you're drinking. Make note of what you're drinking. Savor the moment, think a little bit about what you're drinking, taste the coffee, don't just ingest it, and start to really reflect on the experience that you're having. And if it's not a good experience, well, then I've just listed a bunch of ways that you can make your coffee drinking experience better for the new year. Yeah, I think that's probably about it for this podcast story. It's a bit scattered and a bit of a melange in terms of our thoughts, but we figured it was a new year. Let's start the first podcast of the year off with some of the things that we're excited about this year. One of the things that I didn't mention that we are excited about, and it's still a little bit on the horizon and a bit of a wild card, but we may even have to be looking at a new roastery as we've been growing so much that we don't quite fit where we are anymore. So watch for that, a new roaster and perhaps even a new location for Transcend One. But more on that later as that becomes clear. So have a great year. We look forward to communicating with you over these next 12 months, and we hope that you have a great start to this year and that, you will enjoy coffee as much as we do. So remember, drink less more often. All right.